With an update on a major storyline and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Asked if he should have become United States Champion in WWE sooner, LA Knight told Shaq Wrestling, "Yeah, you could debate that, I suppose. You could argue those points, I suppose. What is the right timing? Nobody knows. Should it have happened earlier? Yeah, probably, in my view. At the same time, it is what it is, my man." Touching on the brand in WWE that Rey Fenix will be assigned to, Ringside News said the mystery surrounding Rey Fenix's WWE arrival is clearing up, and now there's an update on where he'll land. Ringside News has learned that the current working plan is for Fenix to join SmackDown. However, in typical WWE fashion, nothing is set in stone, and plans could still change before his post-March 31st debut. This potential move raises a big question. Will Fenix go solo, or could there be an unexpected reunion with his longtime partner Penta? As of now, Penta is assigned to Raw, meaning their AEW tag team days as the Lucha Bros may not continue in WWE. If Fenix stays put on SmackDown, he'll have to carve out his own path, separate from his brother, not unless WWE makes the move to put Penta on SmackDown. Fenix secured his AEW release earlier this month after reportedly making vague allegations about inhumane treatment. While AEW never publicly addressed the claims, it's believed he agreed to a non-disparagement clause as part of his exit. The company could have extended his deal due to injury time, but ultimately granted his release, paving the way for his jump to WWE. Taking to social media, Bianca Belair called out Rhea Ripley for interfering in the contract signing between her and Io Sky on Raw this week.
Okay, y'all, let me give y'all a little story time of what happened this past Monday at Raw. Io came out. She was already out there in the ring waiting for me to do our little contract signing for WrestleMania. Pierce said, okay, keep it professional, okay? Io said her two little sins. She said, listen, I am the champion. You will not disrespect me. Then she started going crazy. I said, okay, girl, I hear you. Okay, listen, Io, I respect you, but you can't put your hands on me no more, okay? So I signed a contract. I felt real good about it because I'm like, I am so excited to face Io at WrestleMania. Pierce said, okay, it is Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. It is official at WrestleMania. Yeah, right. Here comes Miss Brutality, Rhea Ripley. Now I'm like, oh, here we go again. Girl, your name was not on the contract. It was Bianca, and it was Io's name on the contract. Then she gonna say, well, Bianca, why are you out here? I'm like, girl, why would you ask a dumb question like that? I'm obviously signing my WrestleMania contract, something that ain't got nothing to do with you. So go find you something safe to do. And she stank. Then she gonna say, well, I'm just taking the page out of your book. I'm just watching. So I'm just like, oh, well, I guess you're just gonna be watching WrestleMania since you want to be smart. Then here come Io. I'm like, girl, you are not smacking me because you smacked me so hard last week. I still can't hear my right ear. Rhea said, well, you're going to get headbutted today. Then she powerbombed her on top of me. I'm like, what is going on? I'm always in some mess. Then she proceeds to sign the contract. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Your name is not on the contract. That's not how it works. So what you telling me is that you ain't got to win the Royal Rumble. You ain't got to win the Elimination Chamber. You just got to be Rhea Bloody Ripley. That don't sound crazy to you?
During an interview on the F Y'all podcast, AEW's MVP was asked if he could slap anyone, dead or alive, without consequences. Who would it be? MVP replied, you know who I want to say. You know who I want to say. I just don't know if it would be the best thing to say right now. Let's just say in my professional career, I have only one regret. There is one individual, an executive for a wrestling company that I wish I would have slapped the out of when I wanted to, and I never got the chance. I'll leave it at that. That's not hard to figure out. Mentioning an alleged incident involving John Cena, Ringside News noted that before John Cena became a 16-time WWE champion and Hollywood megastar, he was just a rookie trying to make a name for himself in Ohio Valley Wrestling. But according to a wild rumor, his early days in the business nearly ended in disaster, all because of a short-lived romance with Lisa Marie Verone, aka Victoria. Former WWE talent J.R. Ryder recently appeared on the Cheap Heat Productions podcast and shared a story he heard about Victoria's ex-husband allegedly pulling a gun on Cena after discovering their relationship. Victoria's husband, I guess, found out about this, Ryder said. I wasn't present for this. It apparently led to a firearm being stuck into the face of one John Cena. Again, this is hearsay. This is the story I heard. But according to the rumor, Cena somehow managed to talk his way out of danger. Somehow the story goes that he convinced her husband to let him make a phone call, and he called his father or his grandfather and talked the guy out of shooting him, and he sings about it in one of his rap songs, is what I understand. Back in 2012, Victoria herself confirmed that she dated Cena for about a month in 2002 while she was separated from her husband. Whether this story is fact or fiction remains unclear, but it definitely adds another layer to Cena's early wrestling days. Addressing rumors that he was supposed to take on The Undertaker at WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre told 10 Count Media, I mean, you never know for sure, but I did hear it was a possibility. Things change a lot, obviously. When you've got multiple weekly television shows, 52 weeks a year, plans are always evolving. But at one point, I believe I was supposed to face The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That was a working idea, but things changed a lot and it didn't materialize. Because it didn't happen that year, we ended up getting what was probably the best match of all time, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Going over a potential name to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, Ringside News wrote that Mike Johnson of PW Insider recently addressed the long-running debate about Shamrock's absence from the Hall of Fame, revealing that WWE has been discussing his induction for this year's ceremony. I've heard discussions about it, but nothing has been confirmed, Johnson shared, noting that with the event taking place in Nevada, where Shamrock resides, this could be the perfect year to make it happen. His status as a UFC Hall of Famer and his undeniable connection with Attitude Era fans only add to the case for his induction. The world's most dangerous man made a massive impact in WWE, bringing a unique blend of MMA legitimacy and hard-hitting wrestling that set him apart from his peers. After transitioning from a dominant MMA career, Shamrock helped introduce a more realistic hybrid fighting style to WWE programming during the late 1990s. His rivalries with The Rock, Steve Austin, and Owen Hart remain some of the most intense moments of the Attitude Era. Adding more fuel to the speculation, Shamrock previously confirmed that he signed a WWE Legends deal, which often precedes Hall of Fame inductions. With a long list of fans and industry veterans calling for his recognition, 2025 might finally be the year he joins the ranks of WWE's greatest. While many are questioning the legitimacy of John Cena's retirement tour, his father, John Cena Sr., had this to say about it. I get a tear in my eye thinking it's coming to an end. I don't think people really believe it, but I know my son. If he says this is the end, then this is it. We're only a few months away from the last time we see John in jorts in a wrestling ring, so enjoy what you're seeing. You'll never see him in a wrestling ring again. It was very, very well done. I'm a big fan of Cody Rhodes, and I think everyone knows how I feel about John. I can't wait for their match at WrestleMania. John's done so much to give back. There is Make-A-Wish, and there is a lot more no one knows about. I'm very proud of what he's accomplished and how he's accomplished it. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.